Hi guys, today I'm making my family's most favorite apple cake. In Russia we call it Sharlotka. For this recipe you will need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, 3 apples, 4 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I am using dried lemon peel, but you can use a zest of 1 lemon and some almonds or walnuts for decoration. Separate the egg whites from the egg yolks and put them in the separate containers. Sometimes I find it much easier to separate the egg whites when the eggs are kept at the room temperature. Let's make our batter. Place your egg whites into a bowl and start mixing it on high speed. Add your sugar little by little until all sugar is combined. Mix it a little bit longer so the batter becomes nice and fluffy and white. And at this point we're going to add our egg yolks one by one. Add 1 teaspoon of baking powder into 1 cup of all-purpose unbleached flour. Add your flour into a sifter and we are going to incorporate it into our egg mixture. We're going to start mixing on high and just keep adding the flour little by little until all flour is combined. After mixing in the flour, we're going to add some kicks to a batter. I am using the dried lemon peel. You guys really have to try it. It adds the most amazing lemony flavor to any type of desserts, pies, cakes, whatever. Just mix it on high and continue mixing until our batter thickens up a little bit. So it's going to look pretty much like this. We're going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's prepare the apples. I am using Granny Smith apples, but you can use any apples you have in your house. Just make sure they hold up nicely. They do not become mushy after they've been cooked. So let's core the apples. And we are going to peel the apples. You don't have to do it, but after the apples being baked, that peel kind of separates from the apple and it leaves just not a very nice pleasant taste in your mouth, so I prefer to peel the apples. After the apples are being peeled, I'm gonna use that little cute turtle cutter to cut it into 8 identical slices, but you can use the knife if you don't have this tool at home. I just like using it. I think it's nice and cute and even, and it even actually cores the apple for you, so that step before was unnecessary. So if you have this tool in the house, just don't core it ahead of time. Cut your apples directly into a batter. Mix in the apples. Just make sure all the apples are covered with the batter. Just make a couple turns and incorporate all the apples into a batter. I like using this springform for this cake. Before, you need to cut out a circle out of parchment paper and butter it really well. We're going to place the parchment paper in the springform and also butter the sides of the springform. Place all your batter into a springform. Give it a couple taps and turns so the batter distributes evenly. This step is optional, but I like to decorate the cake with almonds. You can use pecans, you can use walnuts. In some cases I saw people adding some dry fruit pieces. Just use your imagination. Put your cake in the preheated oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to set the cooking time for 45 minutes. When the cake is done, let it cool a little bit, then you can take it out of the springform. You can dust it with a powdered sugar or just leave it the way it is and cut a nice slice. It's ready. While I'm making some tea to enjoy this cake with, I would like to share the story about this recipe. There were so many, but I chose the most romantic one. There was a chef in the beginning of 19th century. He created this recipe to surprise and to win the heart of his love, his woman, and he named it after her, Charlotte. This is how this cake was created. In Russia, we call it Sharlotka. Here you go, beautiful and delicious apple cake Шарлотка. Enjoy! Bon appetit! На здоровье! And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will see you soon.